In a bustling office on a sunny Monday morning, I walked in with excitement about starting my new job. I was eager to impress my supervisor and fit in with my colleagues. Little did I know that my biggest challenge would be something I took for granted: listening. I was so focused on making my mark that I didn't fully tune into the conversations happening around me. I nodded along when people spoke, but didn't grasp the messages they were sharing. Soon, I learned that listening was just as crucial as speaking. The first few weeks flew by, and I quickly fell into a routine. I would often overlook instructions from my supervisor, thinking I could figure things out on my own. However, one day, my lack of listening led me to miss an important detail about a project deadline. The frustration on my supervisor's face was evident when I presented my work late. "If you had paid attention to what I said, we could have avoided this," he said with disappointment. Trying to brush it off, I went back to my desk, feeling embarrassed. As days turned into weeks, I noticed that my colleagues began to pull away from me. I was often left out of important discussions, and while they would occasionally invite me to join for lunch, the conversations did not flow like they did with others. It felt as if I was talking to a wall. Desperate to be accepted, I approached one of my colleagues, Emily, seeking her help. I found out that my inability to listen had made it hard for them to trust me. I realized how much listening fostered connections and how my lack of it had created a wall between myself and others. The turning point came when a frustrated customer called, and I had to deal with the situation. My mind was racing, but I made a conscious effort to listen carefully to their concerns. I repeated back what they shared, and suddenly, the tension eased. The customer appreciated being heard, and a resolution unfolded seamlessly. I felt a flicker of hope. Maybe I could turn this around. With renewed determination, I focused on improving my listening skills. I practiced being present during conversations, avoiding distractions, and acknowledging others' points of view. Gradually, my colleagues began to warm up to me again. I felt a shift in the atmosphere, like a bridge was forming. I started to build trust with my supervisor too, who noticed my efforts. One afternoon, during a team meeting, I caught myself actively participating and responding thoughtfully to others. It struck me then, the power of listening wasn't just about hearing the words, it was about understanding, building relationships, and resolving conflicts. As days went by, my confidence grew. I became more engaged and found joy in nurturing meaningful connections through listening. I discovered that better communication, both at work and home, wasn't just about what I said, but how well I listened. And suddenly, everything started to fall into place, just as it should.